I feel like responsible for my country.
So you can change even one life.
Around the world, there are thousands of young people making money, doing something that they love, and solving some of society's biggest challenges in the process. I'll be traveling across Europe, meeting incredible young people who have found success in doing things differently. This is the Impact Blueprint. It's time to close out the Impact Blueprint. Over the last 9 episodes, we found out that building a social or environmental organization can be a compelling way of making a living, doing something that you love, all while making the world a better place. We've met with 10 experts who have given us all the ingredients on how to make this a reality. But there's still one thing we haven't covered. Beyond our own self-interest, why is doing this kind of work important for society? So, this is the last episode on our journey. Today, I'm in Prague and I'm gonna interview 2 incredible people from very different spectrums of society. One of them is an alumni from Ukraine, from the SIA program, and the other one is a high-level politician. I can't tell you who it is yet. You'll have to find that out by staying tuned. So, I think we should get after it.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
For years now, Ukraine has been under attack by Russia. This war has shaken the world up and killed thousands and thousands of people. Irina is one of the many young people working hard to build back the country in times of crisis. Even though she's only 19, she's volunteering in initiatives across the country. And she also built an initiative that she won Social Impact Award with to help dogs who have been hurt by the war. In this episode, we managed to sit down with her for a meaningful conversation over Zoom about what it means to do this kind of work during the war.
Basically, over the last few weeks, actually, we've been trying to build the first guide for young people on how to make a living doing what they love, all while making the world a better place. And we found out that social entrepreneurship can be a compelling way to do that, but it's obviously not the only way to do that. What I wanted to talk to you about, and also why I reached out to you in particular, is this kind of work, it's more than just having fun. So I thought, who better to speak to than someone who is in a country that is kind of torn up by war, but on top of that, who is doing incredibly meaningful work across different layers. And I guess my first question would probably just be, what are you doing right now?
It's a Ukrainian volunteer service. It's an NGO organization, and there I am like a cell assistant. PASIC is a project which is connected with dogs and veterans, and the main goal of the project is to take dogs from shelters here, because really we have no places in shelters in Ukraine right now, because we have a lot of dogs from occupied territories.
Unfortunately, humans aren't the only victims of wars. We tend to forget about the natural world and animals, but they also suffer from war.
And train them for service dogs for veterans, give them a friend and a help.
You know, you could still be doing other things. You could also just be like a normal student. Like, so why take this time out of your day to do this kind of work?
I love it, and I feel responsible for my country. You're a part of your country, and it's just about like the lifestyle, and it is also about like a community. That work can give you a lot, can give you people, can give you society, can give you fun.
I've known her for over a year, and I'm always so blown away by how positive she is for someone coming from a country at war.
This kind of group, like, what do you think makes this group particularly well equipped to also create change in society?
For me, young people, because young people are really active in Ukraine now, and I think it is because we do not want war, we do not like to live in that fear. You just want to stop it and make something better for your country.
It blows me away how responsible these young people are for their country. And I have the feeling there's a lot to learn for young people who aren't in a country at war.
What would be the message that you want to send to all the young people that might be out there watching this video?
You never know what happens next. Live your best life, help each other, and love hard.
The truth is, young people are the future. It's our future to shape. And this is a great message about the power of young people to shape the future.
Martin, have you clicked the link? Just click that link. There's all kinds of great things in that link.
Okay, dude, I'll
What
click
about
the
you?
link
You
in
should
the description.
also click the link in the
Got it.
description. There's resources from the entire series in there for you to start your own social or environmental organization. So don't be like Martin. And
Okay,
click
dude,
that
I'll click the link
you
in the
won't regret
description.
it.
Got it.
Wow, what a crazy conversation. It's interesting being in Prague, seeing all the sights and just reflecting on this conversation that we had with Jarina about what it means to be a young social entrepreneur during a war. And obviously it doesn't have to just be during war times, right? There's so many other challenges that are happening right now. I want to get a different perspective. I want to get a perspective from a high-level politician on what it means to be a young social entrepreneur or why young social entrepreneurship is important for society. And what better place than the parliament? Let's go. We have made it to the parliament of the Czech Republic. Madam Speaker, can you give us your name?
Oh, hi everybody. My name is Markéta Pekarová-Adamová. I am Czech Speaker of the Parliament of the Chamber of Deputies, because we have two chambers.
Madam Speaker, Markéta Pekarová-Adamová is one of the most important political figures in the Czech Republic. And at only 39 years old, she's holding that position. Not only that, she's a strong supporter of the power of youth, and she has been a strong supporter of Social Impact Award in the country. We're with her on the roof of the Czech Parliament to better understand why young people are crucial in the transformation to a more just and sustainable society.
I'm an active politician for 15 years already. I was volunteering during my previous career and I support all active people.
I'm wondering from your perspective, why are young people critical in this transformation, in this kind of work?
It's very simple. The future is in their own hands because the future is shaped by them. I was very young when I entered politics. I was only 25 or 26. Someone might say, oh, it's too early, you have no experience, but I disagree with, because this is very important to just be very diverse.
In your position, from your perspective, why is it important that young people get active, but specifically by creating social environmental initiatives?
Because you have then an impact, so it's not only about the business, but you get another ingredient to this. It means that you are really powerful to some community, for example, and you can change a lot in that.
If you had some advice to give to young people that are considering anything from, getting into politics to activism to creating a social venture, what would it be?
Just to have a dream, to have a goal and go for it. It's only up to you if you are really so courageous, because it's about courage, then you can change the world. And I used to say to young students and young people, we all have our sphere of power. It's sometimes very small, but it's very powerful because you can change even one life. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
What a journey. It's over. We made it. Building this blueprint was one of the biggest challenges we've taken on at SIA, but I think we've succeeded. It's taken us across Europe, meeting incredible young people from all walks of life, sharing the same desire to make a living doing something that they love, all while making the world a better place. Our journey began at home, setting ourselves this challenge and meeting with Jakob, who sent us on the first steps of our journey.
So I would probably start with, hey, what drives you mad when you watch the news?
It took us to Slovenia, where we met Jure and Anusha, who taught us how to come up with a problem that you care about and how to build a solution to that problem that works.
Me really understanding that entrepreneurship is about solving problems.
That's why it makes it so fun to do it,
It took us on an adventure across the streets of Vienna, where we immersed ourselves in the experience and learned how to test an idea.
Get out of the house, start doing some action.
We met Lucas, who showed us that it is possible to make money while making the world a better place. All it takes is a little innovation and creativity.
If everything we do for money can only work if it harms others, then we can't function as a society.
It also took us to Slovakia, where we learned about the power of community and how to find like-minded people to go on this journey with.
It really, really helped me when I knew that they care.
That's why you need others.
It took us to Prague, where we met Loreen, who taught us how to build a product or service that works, but also to Teresa and Carol, who showed us the bigger picture behind all of this.
Well, the first thing is you just have to do it.
It's much more important to enjoy the process.
They made us realize it's about more than building an initiative. It's about the people whose lives you transform, having fun and learning along the way. We went back to Vienna, where Sarah showed us that sometimes the best thing you can do is step back from social entrepreneurship.
Always try to not think with your head, but with your gut.
And finally, it took us to Prague, where we spoke with Yarina about what it means to create change in times of war.
Live your best life, help each other, and love hard.
But also to the Czech Parliament, where we spoke with Markéta about why young people are necessary in the transformation towards a more just and sustainable society.
Because the future is shaped by them.
And really, what this journey taught me is that however you choose to do it, the thing that really matters as a young person is that you get active in trying to solve something that you really care about. You can choose to create your own initiative or join one that already exists, either as an entrepreneur, an activist, a politician, or a volunteer. These are all excellent ways of finding purpose. And in the end, Social Impact Award will always be there to help you start your journey to impact, just like it was for all the people that we met along this journey. Let's make it count.
I think I need to relax for a bit. Thanks for watching the series. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it.